Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super Episode 77 review. But first things first, I don't know if you guys have been watching the English dub on Adult Swim. I've been keeping up with it, actually, over the last couple of weeks. They're on, episode 3 or 4. If you haven't been watching it, you really need to, because it's freaking hilarious. And, it also brings back a lot of memories being in the American voices, but, I feel like there's certain things that are said that were not said in the Japanese version. Like, there was a funny line where they're sitting on the cruise liner and Bulma's like, you need to come join the party, and Vegeta's like, why? So I can go see Yamcha? Just a hilarious shit like that you might be missing out on if you're not watching the English dub as it comes out. So if you're not watching it, and you've been thinking about it, make sure you go and do that. But episode 77... this was a really interesting episode. We got to see a few different sides. It almost feels like throughout this episode, we're starting to see a flip between Goku and Vegeta. I feel like Goku will always be the good guy, but it's really, he's really starting to get to the point to where he's getting to be a bit annoying in terms of how reckless he is when he just, wants certain things to happen. So, for example, he's talking to Whis and Beerus, and he's like, I want to train. And he's like, I want to do the tournament. And they're telling him, don't do it. You don't know what kind of forces you're meddling with. But it's because he's such a space nut, and I mean by that, spacey in the head, and his interactions with these, all-powerful beings, like the Omni King, are just so, hey, what's up, what's going on, and for whatever reason, everyone accepts him like that. He's very rash with his decision-making, and he doesn't even know what kind of can of worms he literally just opened up with the Universal Survival Arc. And to be honest with you guys, when it said Universal Survival, I just assumed it was because it was going to be a tournament. From what I understand, the way the tournament is going to work, if you lose, you get erased from existence. It's a high-stakes tournament. And I don't know if you guys caught on to this, but whatever game the Omni Kings were playing with each other when they were flicking planets, that wasn't a hologram game. They were blowing up planets for fun. That's what they were doing. And the scale, if you think about it on that magnitude of that scale of, hey, we've played over 202 times because they each had 101 wins and 101 losses, that's a lot of planets that they've exploded just to pass the time, And then when they got up and the box fell over, even the other angel, I forget his name, looked at all the planets on the ground and was like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Because he knew that all those planets had just been destroyed. Literally, we're sitting here, you're watching my video, and then poof, we're gone because the Omni King decided to flick us and, turn our shit to garbage. Also, too, I didn't have a chance to cover last week's episode with Krillin, but I can say a few things about it now, and basically, I was happy to see Krillin overcome his fear and stop being a little bitch, which I'm sure a lot of you guys were, too. And I really did enjoy the way they went through the process of him, fighting his fears and basically having to confront all the villains that have killed him at the same time. It was interesting. But now keeping on track with this one. So, it's almost getting to the point to where Goku is becoming so power hungry that he's almost doesn't seem to care anymore about putting the Earth in peril or his friends in peril, and he's not thinking logically. He just thinks, oh, it's going to be a fun tournament. I want to fight the strongest guy. I want to fight the strongest guy. But he doesn't realize what he's actually doing, and I think that might be when we might even see Vegeta have his time to shine. It literally might get to the point to where Goku doesn't turn evil, but he gets to the point where he becomes so power hungry and always wanting to fight the most powerful beings he can find that Vegeta might have to come in and slap his ass around and knock some sense back into him. And it would be awesome to see that because we're seeing some amazing changes from Vegeta in this episode, mainly being that he's blowing off training with Goku, knowing all well that Goku is going to go train with Whis and start to get even stronger because he wants to be there for the birth of his child. Fingers crossed that it's going to be his daughter. We have seen his daughter in, obviously, other episodes, especially in GT. It would be nice to see him have her come back. That would be really cool. And maybe she's born with a tail and she's super strong. That would be awesome as well, but we won't know obviously until that happens. But it was really nice to see Vegeta he's like really trying to find a badass reason to stay behind, and he's trying to blame it on Bulma, like, oh, she'll be pissed at me if I leave. But at the end of the day, he doesn't want to leave because he truly wants to be there, and it was really cool to see that change. And it's cool to see that change in both characters, but Goku is going to be the cause for a lot of problems for the Z fighters because of his insatiable like hunger to fight the strongest beings all the time. And there was even something in there about Lord Beerus saying if you want to be the god of destruction, you have to get stronger. You can't get rusty. So is it leaning towards Goku eventually becoming a god of destruction, where maybe he's the god of destruction because he's always seeking out the strongest fighters and he basically just destroys planets, that in the wake of his battles. Maybe he becomes a destroyer god, but he's not actually destroying the planets. He's just fighting the most powerful beings on them or around them, and the aftershock is obliterating everything because he's so power hungry. Like, I don't know. I'm really hoping it doesn't go that way, obviously, because Goku is the hero, but it would be very smart for Toriyama to start, because I'm sure he realizes just how much people love Vegeta and how Vegeta is always one step behind in terms of, fighting power and saving the day, that maybe he's going to take advantage of that. He's starting to already pull at our heartstrings, having Vegeta wanting to be a dad and be around. So anything's possible at this point, guys, and I can't wait to see the start of the Universal arc this weekend, and I hope we get to see female Broly. It is going to look awesome. She's going to be a badass. I cannot wait to see it. And I don't know if this is true or not, but they're saying that she was Kaba's sister. I've read that somewhere. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. If it is, who cares? If it isn't, who cares? If it is, that's badass, but whatever. So, hope you guys enjoyed this quick recap. I would love to know what your speculation is on all this too. Do you think Goku is starting to get a little too out of hand? Do you think Vegeta is changing for the best? Or do you miss the old I'll kill everyone Vegeta? Which I kind of miss him too. He's also pretty fun to watch. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And please be sure to show some love by hitting that like button, followed by hitting that subscribe button. And as always, guys, more good stuff coming soon. See ya!